Hello everyone, Jake here. Today we're going to walk through making this bud vase. We made the blank on a show that we do every Saturday called Saturday Morning Cartoons. A person named She Shed, that's what they go by on YouTube. She won it and wanted me to turn it, so I'm going to turn it today. All I did was put it in the chuck. This mold actually fits in the chuck, so I just cut off the bits on the end. You can turn those off, but I prefer to cut them off so I can reuse them. I just put a little bit of a taper on the top of that, so when I turn it back around in the chuck, it will fit in those jaws a little bit better. And then you just support it and start turning. I'm using Easy Wood Tools finisher on this one. This one has a negative rake on it. The negative rake cutters are perfect for cutting resin because, as you can see there, the ribbons just fly off of there. There's no chip out. They'll actually make you look pretty good when you're using them. There's so much fun to get the ribbons off there like that, and the negative rakes are the way to do it. Next, we need to cut a mortise in the bottom of this, and I'm doing that with a microfine detailer. It also has a negative rake on there, and that one right there is a rougher. It just has a straight edge on the end of it. It also has a negative rake. Use all these tools together to make a dovetail, so it's going to fit in the jaws better when we go to start turning the rest of this thing. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to sand this. I'm going to sand it to 400 on the bottom. The rest of it's going to be 1000. I'm going to apply Yorkshire grit, buff it off, and then we'll turn it around in the chuck and start turning it. I get asked a lot about my chuck I use. It's from Easy Wood Tools. It's super easy. You just change the jaws out by placing that tool in there and disconnecting them. It has speed ring on the back, so you can move it in and out quickly. It holds the material real well. I'm super glad I've had this chuck for a long time, and I'll have links below so you can go check it out. Now that the piece is in the chuck and it's secure, I crank the speed up to about 1500, and then I kind of visualize what I want it to look at, and I go ahead and I start removing material in a couple of spots where I think I want the curves at, and then I just kind of remove material slowly until we get where we want, and I'll show you a little bit of the turning. This right here can be the intimidating part where you're trying to find the right shape, and there's lots of books out there, and people will tell you about the rules of proportions and what shapes and the names of shapes and all that kind of thing. All I do is start making a shape till it's pleasing to my eye. I've never read a book on the proportions or mathematical equations on how to do this stuff. So just do what makes you happy. If you're a beginner, don't be intimidated by this part. Just get it on there and start making a shape, and then when you're happy, everybody should be happy. So don't let this part intimidate you. I'm gonna go ahead and sand this thing to 1000, and while I was making this video, I made a Yorkshire grit video on how to go from haze to amaze, just like how that went there from hazy to shiny, and we do that by using Yorkshire grit. I made an entire video dedicated just to using that. I'll link it above and below. Hopefully you'll find that video helpful, and if you do, go ahead and leave me a comment and leave a thumbs up on that video, and I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to say, if you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button on this video, and go ahead and leave me a comment below and let me know how you found us. Yorkshire grit is not a finish, so the last step in this whole thing is buffing. It's a 3-step system. The last step is Canuba wax, so that leaves a nice shiny finish on this thing, and you'll be able to see it right now.
You made it to the end of the video. Thank you for that. Go ahead and watch this video right here next.